Hey guys, welcome to Biz Builders, your go-to source for everything business formation and entrepreneurship. Today we're talking about Northwest Registered Agent, but not just what they claim to do. The real question is, do you actually need them? Because let's be honest, forming an LLC is something you can technically do yourself. You can go to your Secretary of State website, fill out the forms, pay the filing fee, and call it a day. So when a company like Northwest says they'll handle it for you, the obvious question is, are you paying for real value or are you just paying for convenience? I've actually used Northwest Registered Agent for one of my LLC formations, and I've also done the DIY route before. So in this video, I'm breaking down when it makes sense to use them, when it doesn't, and who they're really best for in 2026. And real quick, if this kind of honest breakdown is helpful, hit that like button so more entrepreneurs can find it. And subscribe for more practical business content, and drop a comment below if you've ever filed an LLC yourself. If you do decide Northwest is right for you, I've put a link in the description and pinned comment to make it easy. But let's break it down first. So first, let's clear something up. Northwest Registered Agent is not just a registered agent. They're also an LLC formation service. When I use them, they handle filing of my articles of organization with the state, included registered agent service, and provided access to my documents through their online portal. They also help with compliance reminders and ongoing support, which honestly is something people forget about when forming an LLC. They're not flashy, they're not pushing branding tools or website builders. They focus on formation, privacy, and support. And that's what actually makes them different. Now let's talk about the real comparison. If you go the DIY route, you'll head to your Secretary of State website, search your name, fill out the formation document, submit payment, apply for your EIN with the IRS, and draft your own operating agreement. It's doable. I've done it before, but here's the thing. The process is rarely as clean and simple as people make it sound. Government websites aren't always user-friendly. Requirements vary by state, and if you're new, you're constantly second-guessing whether you filled something out correctly. When I used Northwest, the experience felt smoother. Their system walks you through everything step by step. If I had questions, I could actually call and speak to someone who knew what they were talking about. So what you're really paying for isn't the form itself. You're paying for guidance, support, and not having to stress about whether you missed something. This is where Northwest stood out for me. When I reached out with questions about registered agent service and compliance requirements, I didn't feel like I was being rushed off the phone. I spoke with someone who actually understood the process and answered clearly. They call them corporate guides, and whether that's branding or not, the support felt more knowledgeable than some of the bigger companies I've tried. If you're new and nervous about forming an LLC, that kind of support makes a difference. Now let's talk about money. You'll still pay your state filing fee no matter what. That's unavoidable. Northwest charges a service fee for formation and registered agent service, renews annually after the first year. They're not the cheapest option on the market. There are lower cost services out there, but here's the trade-off. You're getting strong privacy protection, solid support, and fewer aggressive upsells. When I used them, I didn't feel like I was constantly being pushed into add-ons I didn't need. That alone made the experience feel more professional. In my opinion, Northwest Registered Agent is best for entrepreneurs who care about privacy and support. If you don't want your home address showing up publicly when possible, they're a strong option. If you want to be able to call and talk to someone knowledgeable instead of reading facts for an hour, they're a strong option. If you're extremely budget focused and comfortable navigating state websites yourself, you might not need them. So do you need Northwest Registered Agent? Not necessarily. You can form an LLC on your own, but if you value privacy, real support, and a smoother experience without the constant upsell pressure, then yes, they're worth considering. After using them myself, I can say the process felt clean, professional, and low stress. And sometimes that peace of mind is worth more than saving a small service fee. If you found this review helpful, give it a thumbs up so other entrepreneurs can find it too. And subscribe to Biz Builders for more straight to the point business advice. And if you decide you'd rather skip the confusion and get your LLC set up with strong privacy and support behind you, check out the Northwest Registered Agent link in the description or pinned comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.